Well, howdy, everybody. Teresa here. It is, what's the date today? May
23rd.
23rd, 2024, Thursday afternoon at 4 or something. Hey, hello? What time is it? Wow.
4:19.
What's going on?
Oh, I think I just saw Antoine. Looks like he got all his hair cut off.
He might have.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, Brad's all concerned about the guy next door. He got his hair cut off. We'll have services later. He had long braided hair, so he might have had all the braids cut off. A lot of time they will do that to give their head a break.
Oh, okay.
You know, because it's constant pulling tension, with braids. So anyway, that's what I think. I don't know. I never had braids. I have stuff to show you guys, and just talk about life in general. Everything's fine. Let me show you the stuff. We'll get that out of the way. I've made a lot of hats, and then I'm working on making this gnome. Oh, Beth's like, why don't you just frog it? I'm like, no. It's just one I'm making out of knit. It's a gnome. It'll be cute once I get it done. So then I'll probably list it in the Etsy store. So look for that. I'll tell you guys when. So let's me. Speaking of Etsy store, I will show you guys my latest thing that I just listed, and it is one of these, hand done by me. It's a 16 by 20, so it's quite large. The nice thing about these, you can hang these literally any way you want. You know, you can hang it upside down. I mean, it's literally, so yeah, look for this in the Etsy store. It is listed for sale, so I got that done. Now let me show you the hats that I donate. So I have a lot done. So I got this one. These are all toddler size. This. This one. This one is the small adult. And this is the toddler size. Let's see, toddler size. I'm using up some scrap yarn I have. So, another toddler. Playing around with different patterns I just kind of make up in my head. And then there's this one. So, I'll have to have Brad put those in a bag and add them to all the other ones. By next fall, we're going to have quite a bit. I'm going to have quite a bit that's all been knitted and stuff. So, and then if I get any donations, I'll put that with it, of course. So that's been going well. The dog is doing great. Juju loves being an only animal, an only pet. We're loving it. We've never had just one pet, ever. In 36 years, we've never had just one pet. So it is nice, and she's calmed down so much and is so loving. She about like to knock you on your feet, though. You get home and stuff, and she is just so happy to see you. Cries every time Brad leaves the house. I know she cries when I leave the house. She probably really cries when we both leave the house. We take her with us when we can. But yeah, she's doing great. I'm doing fine. Brad's doing fine. Anything you want to talk about, Mr. Heidi?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
It's just...
See, there's lots of things you can talk about. There's things that you talk about, and there's things that are just private. So I'm not a type of YouTuber that's going to have my camera on in everybody's face. So that's why you don't get that kind of content from me. Yeah, I'm doing fine, health-wise. I'm fighting a cold. I'm fighting allergies really bad. That's why you're seeing all the, in fact, I've just taken some more cold and Alka-Seltzer, cold and flu, and I'll probably lay down for a little bit because, that makes you feel very fatigued, very run down, all of that. So, dealing with that. But it's a normal thing. I've been fighting allergies since I was a teenager, and I always have a rule. A 3-year rule. We moved to Florida. We didn't have any problems with our allergies until year 3. We moved here. We didn't have any problems with our allergies until year 3. I think it's the year threes. I think your body has enough time then to go, hey, when we decide we don't like this, and we don't like that, and we don't like this, and we really don't want you to do that. So, but that's a little inconvenience, isn't it? I'm hoping maybe we're going to this free concert that's on the 31st over here in Nashville. You just bring your lawn chairs, sit there and enjoy the evening. They're going to have some vendors and that kind of stuff. So I really want to go to that. And I think Brad does too.
I do.
It'll be nice. We haven't even used our lawn chairs. So I might as well use them. They're both plus size, so, that's not an issue. So, struggling more with the diet. Really, really struggling more with the diet. It's been over a year now. And after a while, the newness wears off and you're like, what you want to kind of be an angry biatch about it, frankly. So, I'm having to really watch that. Sometimes you have to say, hey, I've got maybe a little too much on the carbs, and that's okay for one day, but not for multiple days, because then you see a reflection in your scale. It's okay to say, hey, I need to back this up. I'm having this too often. I'm having that too often. So that's what I'm doing, and that's what works for me. Brad has his own ways of doing his, So he's back on the Ozempic. So he's been for the last couple of weeks dealing with the Ozempic flu, but this week seems to be better.
It does.
What else? Nothing else really. I mean, I'm still struggling with sleep. The harder I try, the worse it gets. Brad will tell you that. I hate nighttime anymore. I will not let myself sleep. I do not know why. But I don't see it. I even start to fall asleep and and I know it's from traumas in my past, but man, it's difficult.
I just hate seeing you go through it.
Really like this new vape. I got a disposable vape. It is Mint Vapor Company, and that's all they do. And excuse me, I've got some Vicks underneath my nose. No, I don't have a snotty nose. I usually, if I have a bad cold, I'll put some Vicks Vapor Rub on my chest and then a little under my nose to help with the sinuses. So that's. But anyway, got this in. I'm really liking it. I like a really sharp mint, so I'm enjoying this disposable one. So I have the ones that you fill. Those are nice, but if you're on the go, grab one of these. As long as you keep them charged, you got enough for however long you're gone. So, hoping to get out more, but the thing that stops us is finances. That's why I'm really, really pushing hard to get more business in this Etsy store. Brad's got some stuff coming, and he'll list that when he's ready to. But just be ready, because you guys are going to love the stuff he's producing out of resin. So, what else? That's about it, really. I really just don't have. I've been trying to deep clean some of the spots in this trailer, and it's like my clothes. I have to go through them again. Now I'm to the point where I'm going to separate out the ones that I don't care how skinny I was, I still hate it. You know what I mean? We all got clothes like that. We're like, well, maybe, or maybe you're frustrated and you're like, forget it. So yeah, I need to go through and I'm doing that. I had some light sweatpants and stuff that, I undergrew, and I know somebody else would love them. So I'm going to donate those. I'm just going to donate my clothes, because I know what it's like, and I still struggle with that. Like, if anybody has any 1X clothes, even 2X clothes, or XL clothes, if you want to send them my way, my address is in the About section of this channel. That would be awesome. Because, see, I don't want to put a bunch of money into any clothes, because that's not the size I'm going to stay at, and I know that. But I'm to the point now where I'm really struggling, and I don't have the money to put out on clothing. I know I'm not going to regain weight so I can wear the stuff I undergrew. So, One thing I want to put out on here, okay, because you guys have always known me as a heavy woman, and not that you guys have cared, because you guys are my friends. But if you yourself, or whatever weight you weigh, is what you weigh, I'm never going to look at you as anything less than I always have, because I'm not that way. In my heart of hearts, I will always be that fat little girl. I will always be that fat little girl. And I mean, I feel like I've been skinny for about 5 minutes of my whole life when you really look at it. And it's like, so don't ever think that, oh, she's losing weight, she's going to look down like if we went to lunch or, stuff. It's like, no, I might be having the same thing you're having, actually. But, don't think, oh, well, she's changed stuff. I haven't. I'm still a fatty inside. I'm always going to be a fatty. I don't hate myself. I didn't hate myself at my highest weight. I didn't hate myself at my lowest weight. Each weight is a struggle. There's things psychologically that maybe are coming out, and maybe part of what's preventing. My sleep habit has never been as bad as it is right now. And my Abilify has been raised, so instead of taking 5, I'm taking 10, hoping that would help last night, but it just really didn't. It made me rather dizzy for a little bit, I noticed, just sitting here. So I actually waited a little bit, because, but I have no real complaints, At least I'm not working a full-time job outside the house where it doesn't matter how much sleep I get, I still have to go to work and do those hours. I can arrange mine. That's why I want to get this health or this craft business and painting really going, because frankly we really need the money. But can I talk a little bit more about our situation and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's not some bad guys. It's just that we worry. Brad is starting to have a little bit more difficulty with his balance, and with just being kind of confused, and needing help with stuff. Well, if I'm gone, who's going to help him put his shoes on? Nobody. Who's going to help him? I worry about him. I don't want anything to happen to him. He'll forget taking medication and stuff. Sometimes he needs help, getting up from a place, or, one time the dog knocked him over backwards in a recliner, and he was trapped back there, he said, for a half hour. I wasn't home, and yeah, he was trapped back there for a half hour. So you worry about that kind of stuff. So I really, really, really need to get this craft business going, because I just need to. I need to be able to supplement our income and still stay home and be there for him, And sometimes I need help with my shoulders are very bad, very, very bad. It's just something I live with, but now the left one is starting to really hurt, so I'm going to need to make an appointment and go get another shot. I've been well over a year, probably about a year and a half now since I've had a shot, a cortisone shot, so it's time. That will really help. I thought about becoming a dog groomer, and while, because I already was grooming, I've groomed dogs since I was a young teenager. Because my grandmother really wanted to become a dog groomer. But, forgot what I was going to say. But I don't think my shoulders will handle it, honestly. I can want it like I could want to be an Olympic swimmer. I'm going to be what I'm going to be, basically at this age. So, yeah, so that's the only one I was really interested in. So, Brad doesn't want to be disabled and be retired at home and sit there by himself, And you can't leave Brad unsupervised for very long. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. You do not want to leave that man unsupervised for very long, because Lord Almighty. And then he likes to play these little games where he moves stuff on you in a room, or he has to turn it, or the toilet paper, he has to mess with that. I'm about ready. If he keeps messing with that toilet paper and taking it off that roll and putting it another way, I'm going to get out a fuzzy toilet lid cover. It's coming out. Yep. It's going to come on out. I know how to get him. I'll put decorative towels he can't use, too. I'll have to go buy some. Right? I used to make the prettiest towels. You do ribbon embroidery on that band, the like a woven band on most of them. That makes a really pretty towel and a great gift. I used to get like the towel and the hand towel and the washcloth, and I think it ran me less than $10, and come home and do ribbon embroidery on them all, and it made a nice gift. So one of these days, you guys remind me if you guys are interested, and I'll get out some ribbon embroidery and show you some stuff. I'd have to warm myself up because I haven't done it since Wyoming, but I do love to do ribbon embroidery, especially with seed beads on them. You know, I like to put the beading in with the flowers and stuff. That's really cool. So, you guys get me all enthused about the crafts. I'm like, yeah, I can show you guys this, show you that. You know, I'm more than happy to help if you have a question about a craft you're doing, if I know anything about it, or maybe I know somebody who does it, and I can direct you that way. I will be your, what do they call it when you direct everybody places?
Boss.
No, well, that's that, but, you know, your traffic director or something like that. A traffic cop.
Air traffic controller.
There you go. I'll be something to control something. I'll be new. The dog controls us. She's got us trained. She knows where her sticks are. She will keep on you when it's time. In fact, that's how I say it, because, you know. But, yeah, she's quite the character, you know. Very happy dog.
Yes, she is.
Everybody says what a pretty dog she is that sees her. And we expose her more and more to people, and she's doing pretty well with that. We don't want to have her be unsocialized. Charlie hadn't been socialized correctly, and you could always really tell. So, you know, we're getting there.
But Charlie liked Charlie liked people more than he did animals, wasn't it?
No, the opposite.
Oh, okay.
Nixie liked people more than she liked other animals. She was introduced to you.
Yeah.
You know, and if Nixie didn't like somebody, you knew there was probably a reason why.
Yeah.
If your dog really hates somebody, it comes around and you can't even tell why, listen to your dog, because there could be something they do or something just, you don't know if they kick at your dog with your back is turned, you know, or whatever. You know, people do some mean stuff. Yep. Anyway, dog's taking a nap. She's been outside already. You know, every day if it's not raining, the dog has to go out and get the zoomies and play and stuff. Yeah, see, the painting I have for sale is similar to these two that are mine. You know, I really like doing these kind of under the water ocean thing. So yeah, I hope this sells. Give it somebody see, and it has glitter in it. See, you can tell when up close. See, it has got glitter in it, and got reflections. You know, so yeah. Give it a home. It needs a home. It needs to be framed in home, a nice home. You know, it would even work almost in any room. So, you know, I always put a protective, light protective coat of sealant on it too. So, yeah, I hope it sells. I used to sell quite a bit, and I miss it. So, that's about it. We're not doing anything this weekend. Of course, it's Labor Day weekend, so not as big of a thing here as it is in Wyoming. Holy crap! Everybody says they're going to run out to the lake on Memorial Day weekend and huddle up around their fire that they have outside or inside, whatever they're staying in, because it'll be brutally cold. Maybe snowing. I've seen years where you're still middle of June finally getting to plant. By then you know certain things just ain't going to make it. Like, we've never grown a watermelon yet that ever matured. We had one here, I think last year, a couple of them, but then something took a bite out of it.
Yep.
I got some, yeah. But I'll do that. I'll grow stuff so they have something to eat. Anyway, that's all we got going. I just want to come on here and say, hey, we're still all alive. We're still doing great. You know, no real complaints. Wouldn't do any good if I had any. Take a look at my Etsy store. The link for that is in my About Me. It's the same name, spelled the same way, same spacing as on here. on Etsy. So you'll find diamond painting kits, finished diamond painting. You'll find some of Brad's resin. You'll find a lot of paintings. So yeah, we're getting it in there. So anyway, love you guys, and I cherish your friendship so very much. Go and do something nice for somebody else, even if it's just helping somebody. Maybe their cart's running away or something, and then do something nice for yourself. And then, as always, everybody be ready to say goodbye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.